name is Aisha Bashira. Today, me and my team will be presenting about the overhead and job costing about the Emera.com. So, this is my team member. The traditional career selected is Onde-Onde, which is a well-known and widely consumed Malaysian traditional dessert. Onde-Onde is made from glutinous rice flour dough filled with a melted gula melaka and coated with a freshly grated coconut. This product is selected because it's fewer than an egg raw material, making it suitable for this assignment requirement. The production process is simple and does not require advanced machinery or complex cooking techniques, which make it practical for small business. In addition, Onde-Onde is suitable for processing and packaging as a marketable product. It can be sold in individual portion or packaged in a small container, making it convenient for consumer.
So for question number 2, we were required to list the ingredient and the price to make the kuih. The ingredients used to produce Onde-Onde are simply and available in local market. All ingredients were purchased from nearby grocery store and wet markets. Then the recipe were kept as required for this assignment. The ingredients can be divided into direct and indirect material based on their involvement in production process. Direct material are the main ingredient that form part of the finished product, while indirect material are supporting items used during production but are not directly traceable to each unit produced. So for the first is direct material. We use glutinous rice flour, cost 3 ringgit, wheat flour, 2 ringgit and 90 cent, gula melaka, 2 ringgit and 30 cent, pandan extract, 3 ringgit and 50 cent, water, 50 cent, and last grated coconut cost 2 ringgit. Next, for the indirect material, we use salt, cost 2 ringgit and 10 cent, and plastic packaging, 2 ringgit and 50 cent.
So right now we move to the third question. Based on the units of your product, how well will your product be accepted in the market? State the target units of sales for your production per month. Onde-Onde is expected to receive strong acceptance in the market because it is a traditional kuih that is familiar to most Malaysians. It is commonly consumed as a light snack and is popular during festive seasons such as Hari Raya and family gatherings. The soft texture, sweet gula melaka filling and fragrant coconut coating makes Onde-Onde appealing to consumers for all ages of groups. Furthermore, the Onde-Onde is particularly popular among students and local communities due to its affordable price. It is suitable for daily consumption and can be easily purchased as a quick snack between meals. Considering these factors, the product has high potential demand and stable sales through the month. So, we move to target unit sales per month. So, we assume 1 month with 24 working days. So, for the January, we got 60,000, February 65,000 because it is Chinese New Year, March 63,000, April 68,000 because they are Hari Raya Idul Fitri, May 65,000, June 68,000 because they were Hari Raya Idul Adha, and July 63,000 until November, and lastly December 68,000, which is school holiday.
The question is, do you see any identical, the same product as yours, products that are already being sold in the market? What is the price of the products? Yes, identical products are already available in the market. Onde-Onde is widely sold at night markets, pasar malam, traditional kuih stalls, roadside vendors, and home-based businesses. From what I know, Onde-Onde Cinderella also sell Onde-Onde at Jalan Hang Kasturi. The selling price usually range from 50 cent to 1 ringgit per piece depending on size, quality, packaging, and location. This shows that Onde-Onde has strong market demand and a competitive price. With good quality and proper pricing, our product has strong potential in the market.
Question 5, from the ingredient that you have identified, classify them into a direct and indirect material. So for our direct material is glutinous rice flour, wheat flour, gula melaka, pandan extract, water, and grated coconut. The indirect material is salt and plastic packaging.
So we will show how our unit product costs are derived. First, glutinous rice flour. It costs 2 ringgit divided by 93 units, so it's 3 cent. Wheat flour, 2 ringgit and 90 cent divided by 93 units, cost 3 cent per unit. Next, gula melaka, 2 ringgit and 30 cent divided by 50 units, 5 cent each. Pandan extract, 3 ringgit and 50 cent divided by 130 units, cost 3 cent per unit. Water, 50 cent divided by 70 units, 1 cent per unit. And last, for direct material, grated coconut, 2 ringgit divided by 45 units, cost 4 cent per unit. And for indirect material, first, salt, 2 ringgit and 10 cent divided by 200, cost 1 cent per unit. And last, plastic packaging, 1 ringgit and 25 cent divided by 50 units, cost 3 cent per unit. So the total of our unit product is 23 cent per unit.
Give a special order from Viral Street Food requesting your venture to supply 450 units of your viral food for their event. Prepare a price quotation for this order. Please provide the calculation of each item before your price quotation. First, we calculate the direct materials cost. In the working column, each material cost is multiplied by 450 units. For example, glutinous rice flour is calculated as 0.03 ringgit multiplied by 450 units, which equals 13 ringgit and 50 cent. The same calculation method is applied to all material. When added together, the total direct material cost is 85 ringgit and 50 cent. Next, we calculate the direct labor cost. The manager cost is 0.03 ringgit multiplied by 450 units, resulting in 13 ringgit and 50 cent. Each production operation is calculated using the same method. Altogether, the total direct labor cost is 49 ringgit and 50 cent. When we combine direct materials and direct labor, we get the prime cost, which is 135 ringgit. After that, we calculate production overheads. The overhead rate is 0.10 ringgit multiplied by 450 units, resulting in 45 ringgit. We then include other production costs such as rental, electricity, and equipment depreciation. This bring the total production cost to 1,067 ringgit and 60 cents. Next, we add non-production overhead, which is the marketing expense of 25 ringgit. Finally, all costs are added together to obtain the total cost of 1,272 ringgit and 67 for producing 450 units.
For question 3, present the detail about the markup and selling conclusion. Price conclusion. So production cost. The first one is direct material, 23 cents per unit. Direct labor, 12 cents per unit. Overhead cost, 10 cents per unit. So the total unit cost is 45 cents per unit. So we mark up at 50% per unit. And the selling price, we multiply it with the markup and the total cost, which we get 52 cents per unit. But we round up, we get 50 cents per unit.
So for the price quotation, we got from various street food. So the description is description of item or service. So for the quantity is 450. The price is 3 ringgit and 34 cents. So we multiply the 3 ringgit and 34 cents with 450 and we got the total of 1,450 ringgit. So the total is 1,450 ringgit.
So for the conclusion, this assignment helps us understand how the cost accounting apply in a real business situation. So we learn how to identify and classify costs, calculate the profit production cost, and determine a suitable selling price to ensure the profit while remaining competitive in the market. So overall, this project gave us a better insight into a cost control and pricing decision, which are important for running a successful and sustainable business. Thank you.